So good day to you. This is Rayn, founder of Forex100. So let's see if today's session is better because I have just popped up my mic. Yeah, but I'm thinking of how to connect to another table so it could even minimize even further on any noise disruption and stuff like that. But I think all is good for now. Alright, let's get started. Today on the weekly market analysis, as usual, we'll be covering from Euro dollar all the way to Pound Australia, and on the bonus content, we'll look at dollar Sing. Alright, so should you have any questions by the time I cover dollar Canada, if you have any other products you would like me to look into, preferably currency, but if you're looking at gold, silver, even a bit of cryptocurrency, it's fine. You can just shout out. We can try to look at the chart, but I have to share that my profession is more in currency. At times I do look at gold, silver, and oil as well. That's usually how far I go. At times we do have participants that ask us on like, what's your view of Bitcoin? I want to buy Bitcoin currency and stuff like that. So these are some of the things I can do. So without any further ado, let's get started. Euro dollar on the daily chart, it has presented itself a very bearish movement. Alright, bearish market, the first break of the high of the previous high over here, and market has a double top, came down, complete the double top movement. So this double top movement is completed, reverse, touch the neckline there about, and slide down. So it does show a very bearish movement. This is on the 4-hour chart, the zoom in version of the double top over here, and a retest of the support area right now. Back down to the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart looks like it's going to form a double bottom like, but to me it's more like a retest of the support as the previous high was tested. So to me it's not the kind of double bottom I'm looking at. And a part of that, on top of that, there is no RSI divergence. Alright, so back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. So my analysis on the daily chart, waiting for this shark pattern to complete. Not quite sure what happened to the other shark. So I feel that recently TradingView is a bit unstable, although I have just renewed another 1 year for the Black Friday promotion, but it's a bit unstable. I see that the chart move a bit here and there during recording, which is fine. At least it's moved back to the same coordinates after it ran for quite some time. Over here is a double top. Market came down, we test the double top, so opportunity of shorting for me right now is kind of ended unless a break and close below, a retest, and a shorting opportunity. The 4-hour chart, this is the bullish bed pattern that I have participated. I've long buy all the way up and I managed to sell it down. So the strategy I use is based on the 1-hour bearish crab formation that completes somewhere over here. And for crab pattern trading, I'll wait for retest confirmation before I engage the trade. Alright, so right now I'm heading in as a type 2 bullish bed pattern, meaning to say that it retests the previous entry price. I have already engaged for a buying opportunity. Yes, you can trade bed pattern on the retest and stuff like that, but one of the strict rules that I use is I would need a retest, and it must show a sign of very sideways movement, then I'll engage the trade based on that. Alright, head down to 1-hour chart. Another reason for me to engage the bullish bed is because a shark pattern has emerged. Alright, so this shark pattern has complete over here. Pretty good entry opportunity. So traders who have not engaged the trade Euro dollar and you're looking for a counter trend move, if you're looking to buy, you're counter trend trading, in my perspective. So take conservative targets. Usually that's what I do when I'm trading conservative, I mean counter trend trading strategies. Alright, so that is for Euro dollar. Already engaged this trade. I have already have position over here. I've already purchased and I mean long the trade already. Right, down to the next pair, pound dollar. Very interesting pair. election coming up on UK, even like the Dragon Queen, Emily Clark, is also having this Instagram asking and encouraging the British citizens to actually go and vote. We do have a voice, something along there. Pretty nice Instagram. You can pop by and have a look. So definitely that vote results and election will definitely affect pound greatly. There are two views on pound right now, and I'm saying this not your classic international news when you have one speaker saying buying pound and another saying sell pound. Later I'll share my analysis and I'll share with you my concern and of course my strategies in engaging such trading opportunity, because if you're not confident, then you don't engage the trade. But if you are trying to miss all the big events and the major events, then chances is you won't have great profits and great returns. So this is one thing you have to take note of. Alright, so on the 4-hour chart, this is the zoom in version of the consolidation, if you have seen earlier on. If not, I'll cover that later. So when consolidation happens, it breeds harmonic pattern. Alright, so take note of that. 1-hour chart, this is what I have over here. Not quite sure if I remember I have plotted anything, but there's a bearish harmonic pattern setup. Look more like a godly pattern. Alright, down back to the daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis, first focus on the harmonic pattern first because it's the first to develop. I have a bearish butterfly, type 2 butterfly waiting for it to happen, and as well as a bad pattern. So overall, within the sell zone, or to some you might want to call it like a supply zone, I'm looking to sell. Alright, however, over here there is a uptrend movement, very sharp movement. Usually this kind of uptrend movement towards the harmonic pattern, only sharp pattern, I'm happy to see that. Apart from that, other patterns like even like butterfly or even like bat and stuff like that, when I see a very strong bullish movement, I'm not quite interested to just engage it right away. Alright, to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, there is this bullish bat pattern. My subscriber, you should have received this like before even the market open. Sunday I did my analysis and I say a buying opportunity, and guess what happened? Single direction, bam, all the way up and hit the final target profit level, or rather the target one, and is a bit shy on second target profit. So if you are still looking for buying opportunity, you can always send an alert, observe how the market reacts over here before you decide if you should engage the trade. One nice thing about this is within this setup is within the buy zone. One bad thing about this is C price touches A, not the typical setup that I love to see for harmonic patterns. To the 1-hour chart, on the 1-hour chart is the same bad pattern. Alright, so apart from that, just now I did shout out that I did spotted a bearish setup. So I just have to stress that harmonic pattern got about, like, if you really go into detail counting of it, there's about 19 rules, 19 filters. Can use up to 19 rules for me to trade. And some harmonic traders, they will do a round up, round down and stuff like that. I don't. So I use the precise measurement. So over here for me is a potential bear bat formation on the 1-hour chart. So looking to sell somewhere at this level, 1.2954. So obviously, because I'm trained and not saying that the value is exactly right, it could be a bit higher, it could be a bit lower, but I just want to say that it's a shortcut that I use during my live session to save time, as well as protect our content and stuff like that, our additional filters and stuff like that. So I'm looking to sell somewhere about 1.2954. So if you are looking at maybe you want to see, hey Rayn, so what's your actual level and stuff like that, I'm happy to share. I can even do an arrangement with you to install a harmonic pattern assistance software in your computer for active subscriber. We publish our results somewhere over here, and we are right now waiting for the October and November result to be out, so we publish together. So you can see that we are very transparent, even show winning months, losing months and stuff like that. Choose the package that suits you best. Shameless plug a bit. So once you have enrolled over here, you will get into our very supportive community. Recently, I just got another of our graduate is actually a chart analyst, Kelvin, to actually start to support the sessions, and we are even doing a soft test. He is writing even more article, both Mandarin and English, for me to vet through, to see if it's to the acceptance level, and if yes, he will start posting even on trade ideas position. So you have even more analysts is going to share their trades, like are they buying now, where's our stop loss, how many pips, target and extended target if any they have to indicate, and stuff like that. So these are trades that I'm not saying that you should follow, but this is the result if you follow on the dot on every trade ideas that I've decided, my team and I have decided. If not, of course, we do encourage our subscriber to actually look through our trade ideas, decide if this is for them, and if you agree with such trade ideas, if you happen to be the subscriber, then engage the trade yourself. Alright, so that's the whole idea. Alright, so over here on pound dollar, there's a shorting opportunity over here. Visibility. Okay, great. Alright, so right now pretty much looking for buying opportunity at this moment, but of course who knows what happened, right? If pound just went up and show a bearish movement, I don't want to miss this up. So H1 chart, bad pattern, waiting for a shorting opportunity, and there is a trend continuation opportunity based off the higher time frame, and of course sideways on the 1 hour time frame. Alright, so that is pound dollar. Dollar yen on the daily chart. Daily chart on dollar yen is a very interesting setup. So I do set a couple of alerts over here. Looks like one of it is going to take off. Overall trend on this, what do you think? Some of you might recognize this as an inverted ascending triangle. Yes, you can do that. Some might even spot it at head and shoulder. Wonderful if you do. And of course, some of you are looking for a selling opportunity because you see a long term of unable to break the resistance. Likewise, people who are looking to sell, is also a long time that it doesn't have a significant break of the support. Looks like the high price is pushing up significantly higher and higher. Alright, so take note of that. Is a very important decision point for our chart. This is what we have. Coming back to one of the resistance area, which I'll share with you shortly. One of the harmonic pattern with warning signs, that means not so good. Yeah, 1 hour chart, a very steep trend lines if you are a trend line trader. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis on the daily chart, very simple. Head and shoulder formation. Alright, head and shoulder formation. And right now smack in the supply zone, which is the selling area, the perfect selling area. So this is something of my concern because it really took longer than expected. Over here, attempt to break. Some of you might say, hey Rayn, you see break and close above. Yes, I do see that, but it does came down right away. Alright, so not strong enough. So another confirmation of the break have to break and close above the recent high, which is 109.46. They'll put it to 109.47 at the minimum for me to start to look into a buying opportunity. Down to the forward chart. On the forward chart, this is the setup that I'm looking for. Two setup. One is the bearish godly formation. Looking to sell at 109.22. One thing I don't like about this is because the C price touches the A price is quite a warning sign. What I'm more keen of is to engage a buying opportunity on this bullish shark 10806 buying opportunity, and stretch the target all the way up to the head and shoulder completion at 111.39. So how will this happen? Because I do see that is very challenging, or is a very unlikely situation for Japan to further drop their interest rates, because they are already in a negative note. So with that happen, hot money might flood in and buy yen again. Yes, it's a very sick mindset that people are looking for safe haven currency, pairs, but this is what I see in a much longer term, couple of months timeline I'm looking at. So over here, what is going to happen, because there's a warning sign, see price touches A, to some traders it looked like a double bottom, not for me. On top of this, there's a RSI divergence over here, so it's quite a bullish setup on a smaller time frame. So I would want to look for my magic candle and confirmation reversal. That means my signal and my requirement over here before I engage for a selling opportunity. That is very important. All right, to the 1 hour chart, this was the over here a bullish godly that I was observing. Clearly it is already invalid, so we just remove it. Apart from it, the 4 hour godly is also valid on the 1 hour pattern as well. So depending which time frame we have spotted it, myself I spotted on the 4 hours, and when I zoom down to the 1 hour it is valid, so I'll just keep it there. How you trade it is pretty much depends on you. Do you zoom down to the smaller time frame? If the rules fit, you trade as per 1 hour. For me, not so. It's always on. I have these rules of trading what I see. I only trade setups that I spotted on the time frame, and it comes pretty much in the first come first serve basis, meaning to say that if I spotted, let's say, two patterns converge in the same area, let's say a shark and a godly or a bat and a godly, it really depends on which pattern they I spot first, and of course if the first pattern is still valid, I'll trade off the first pattern, even if the second pattern does give me a higher profits. I don't usually do that. Yep. Alright, all good. So sorry for that, need something for my throat. The next pair, Euro Yen. Daily chart show a bearish movement. Market came up, retest the resistance area and go into a bit of consolidation down to the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart, a break of the support, retest and consolidation to the 1 hour. Back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. A bad pattern. Looking to complete about 122.54. Quite some time. It will take quite some time for it to hit the level. I think it will be next year. 4 hour chart, something interesting. On the 4 hour chart, let's focus on a bigger bad pattern. Over here, I'm looking. I already engaged a buy. It went out, hit profit, came down, went up, and came down and went up. So let's say if the market touches D, I have a bet over bet, a bet over another bet pattern, which in this case it doesn't, it may help, but it doesn't make a significant difference in my entry price, because you see the blue line is the price that I'm looking to buy, and that's where the bet pattern completes. The good thing about this is I may attract even more harmonic back pattern trader to enter a new position over here, because some of them they don't trade type 2. For me, I trade type 2 in an independent manner. The first rule is the target 1 cannot be hit. If it hit target 1, I'm not that interested. So in this case, both target are hit and it came down. Why do I enter again? Reason being, right now is towards the year end. I do see a more tendency of market ranging rather than having like crazy movement. I don't expect any crazy stuff to happen in Euro or Japanese yen even until the end of the year. So I'm pretty much looking to buy at the blue line and sell at the red line. Yes, you hear me right. So my plan is looking to buy over here and sell over here. And of course, with the assistance of my software, it will give a arrow indication. So for those who knows the software, this is the area I'm waiting for the arrow to show up for me to buy and shows down for me to sell. Alright, so the software, the arrow came about with using a formula that is the main ingredient of it is the harmonic levels. Alright, harmonic levels, Fibonacci levels. Yeah, so take note of that. These are some of the additional filters I wait for before I engage a trade. To the 1 hour chart, this is the smaller bet that we have seen just now. Alright, it's the same bad pattern. That's the nice thing about this. So looking very much to buy at 119.40 to 119.36, about 4 pips difference. So really depends how you're going to engage trade. Definitely I'm going to wait for a confirmation candle and stuff like that before I engage the trade for this. Reason is simple, see price touches A, that's it. Warning sign. To the next pair, Pound Yen. I remember Pound Yen is quite interesting. That's it. Pound Yen on daily chart also is a bearish setup movement, and market went into consolidation, uptrend, consolidation. Very similar story across a lot of pound pairs. Just observe. Pound dollar have something similar like this. Pound Yen as well. Alright. And Pound Australia a bit different, but the story seems to draw a similar theme. Have you spotted it? If not, I'll be sharing on the Pound Australia. So if you spotted a similar trend or theme, you can just tap it out and we'll see how it goes. On the forward chart, market over here, consolidation, spike up, spike down and stuff like that. Alright, very sharp movement. To the next pair, 1 hour chart. Alright, back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. Over here, a bad pattern, waiting for the complete 144.04. I do believe it should have some form of relief over here, unless it's fundamental related news that affect it, maybe election. It could be even the Brexit decision and stuff like that along those lines. Alright, so over here I am observing a equidistant move opportunity. That's why I draw equidistant arrows over here. But apart from that, right now I'm waiting for a butterfly completion at 138.82. The previous setup that completes around the same area, which is a crab pattern, is got invalid because of this movement over here. Down to the 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, we have something that is interesting, which is a shark pattern. Yep, over here. And if you have spotted back to the 4 hour chart, there was a potential head and shoulder. Have you spotted it? This is the head and shoulder formation. Well, I don't trade it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, yeah. So this is an inverted head and shoulder formation. And having this setup and the RSI filter is not typically the one that I'll be trading, so I'm not interested. However, I'm still interested to observe, let's say if it happens, how does the market react over here, 141.58. So this is my way of doing like continuation learning, because at this point I'm not taking up any more stuff or more information, but I want to even have a better engagement, readings and stuff like that. There's always little things you can improve. The Kaizen philosophy, every day just try to improve like 1%. 1 year down the road, you have great improvement. Alright, so right now I am even sharpening my skills in both harmonic and all the classic patterns that I've been trading for the past many years. Harmonic for 7 and classic patterns for about 15 years. Yep. So who knows, I may able to come out something new. Alright, so not looking in any other new content at the moment. Alright, so doing a lot of observation, reading and sizing, position sizing stuff. These are the focus I have right now. So for shark pattern, looking to sell at 141.92, pretty good price to consider. So these are all the alerts that it will remind me, and I'll observe how the candle move before I engage the trade. And just nice, New Zealand yen is an example I want to share with you. Last night at 12 AM, it gave me an alert. I do have unsaid rule. Right now I tell you it's no longer unsaid rule, that after a certain time I will never engage a trade even I saw a setup. Yeah, that's just me. So when it happened, it passes the time. So I was wanting to observe what's going to happen today. which means I might even miss the trade, which is fine. That's just my comfort level. Alright, so on the daily chart, New Zealand yen bearish setup over here. A slightly break and close above the high. So your warning sign for traders who are looking for a selling opportunity. For our chart, this is what I have. A crazy uptrend swing over here. It moved out of the normal gradient, if you can see it. Alright, it got accelerated. To the 1 hour chart. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis and what have I avoided. Bear pattern looking to sell is still unchanged at 72.42. I'm waiting for a selling opportunity or equal distance move over here. Happened at about 71.96. So which one will I take? I'll definitely take the back pattern because it has more rules to govern it. For those who came on later, there are 19 rules to form this back pattern. So it's a good consideration. Alright, right now over here there is a resistance line. Market still got resisted over here. Of course, a break and close above 70.23 will be a further confirmation that market is bearish. Got it? Down to the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, this was the warning sign I'm looking at. Over here there is a sharp pattern. So any retest over here is a second chance entry. Traders who have engaged and managed to exit on the support level, good on you. You have started to go into dynamic trading, just that to make sure that your rules are firm and not affected by events and stuff like that. Alright, on the 4 hour chart, sorry, on the 4 hour chart, yesterday I received a alert because I said alert over here. I was waiting for a selling opportunity. That's what happened. Market came up over here. Let me just replay some of the candles. It looked like a double top. The only thing is RSI is not overbought and I do not have RSI divergence. So guess what I do? Not interested at all. Guess what happened? Market, no doubt, respect it and he moved over here, a slight break and close above the high. So if you are like a very strict trader like myself, this is when you caught yourself in a huge dilemma. It's the time that you are thinking that, hey, resistance is still here, but you break the resistance level. How? So let's try. Then you go into forum like TradingView. There's a forum site. I really discourage you to go into those areas because some of the author over here, even the top author over here, when they plotted a bet, you see a D price completion is above X. That's totally wrong. And sometimes out of goodwill, out of good heart, I tell them, hey, that's not bad. Of course, I don't comment on the comment box. I private message them, so won't make them look bad. Guess what's the reply? Why is that so? Well, there's no why. It's just not bad. Because your D price is above X, that's not bad pattern. Alright, so you have to understand, if you go further, it's like going through a course and I'll definitely need more time and stuff like that. If only they are committed to learning than to try to do things that is not right, may I say. Alright, so to the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart over here, I was observing on a potential sharp pattern. This sharp pattern is still valid, but definitely the D price have changed a little over here. Maybe get a bit shallower, which is a bit better. Okay, so I'm waiting for a buying opportunity, a very awkward shark looking pattern. I do expect a huge dive within this or early next week, because that should be what a shark should happen over here from C to D. Alright, in most cases. Alright, so to the next pair. Just before that, is everything okay? You guys have any questions? You may shout out the names when you're around. I can only see Bunhui. Hi bro. Yep. So the rest of you, are you trading currently yourself? Do you have any position right now? Stuff like that. It looks like we have quite a quiet crowd today, which is fine. 6 plus 1, 7 more pairs to go. New Zealand dollar on the daily chart, pretty bearish setup. over here. Market retest the previous high, went to consolidation, ascending triangle like formation over here, down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, market break and close above the high, came down, break and close below the low. Having this, I call it the Z formation. Alright, expansion and go straight into consolidation again. So you have to know what the market is trying to tell you before you move forward to the next thing. To the 1-hour chart, consolidation phase over here. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis on the daily chart, looking to sell at 0.6787, a selling opportunity of this bearish sharp movement setups. It may take some time. I think most probably it's going to happen only like next year. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is a bit complex over here, but let us just focus first here. So New Zealand dollar on the first trade is pretty good. It hit the first target profit level, went back up, and it never have very good movement after that. Right now there are two setup I'm waiting for. Definitely a bearish godly pattern. I'll observe closely how it closes over here. So I'm a bit OCD on charts. Usually love to update the D price a bit here and there. Alright, so apart from that, waiting to sell over here, and a potential extension to the downside to 62.45 is a huge move. We're talking about 200 pips movement, which is pretty normal. That's usually the things I do. I look at opportunity, and when opportunity arises over here, the market is well resisted, and on a much smaller time frame, if I can extend the target level lower, I will do that. Down to the 1-hour chart. Nothing much on the 1-hour chart other than the remnants of the 4-hour setup. Consolidation over here for sure. Apart from that, nothing much. So to the next pair, very interesting setup. Australia dollar. Later I'll share with you Australia CAD. So Australia dollar over here, bearish movement, market retest, came back down, well supported, and created the first high. So for it to become a bullish movement, it have to break and close above 69.29 to have a bullish run. Down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, market has came down and break the support once. If it broke it one more time and close below it, 4-hour chart will go bearish. Right now it's just a weaker bullish pattern down on the 1-hour chart. So you can see overall this Australia dollar is a very mixed sentiment. On the 1-hour chart, it is bearish. Alright, bearish, weak bull, weak bear, something like that. My analysis over here, double top, double bottom, market retest, well supported, potential buying opportunity waiting for it to happen. 4-hour chart waiting to buy at 67.22. I already sent an alert, I'm just waiting. So to a contrary belief that a lot of time traders' job is to trade, but it's not true. A lot of times we analyze and we wait. Alright, so if you watch closely, this could be also a descending triangle as well. You can wait for a breakdown, break up towards the downside, and look for a selling opportunity. Down to the 1-hour chart, this is what I have over here. Descending triangle, I'm observing as well. Mainly observing for a selling opportunity if it go aggressive. Alright, so a lot of observation on Australia dollar right now. Not much plan at this moment, not in my top list. Australia CAD, let's get started. Australia CAD on the daily chart, what we can see is a bearish movement. Alright, well supported, market break and close above the high one time. Bearish movement, a weaker bear, very similar to Australia dollar. 4-hour chart, bullish pattern, break the support once and never break the support one more time. So it's a weaker bear, similar to Australia dollar, because this is Australia dollar. What am I talking about? Alright, so let's move to Australia CAD. Sorry about that. Australia CAD over here, a bearish movement, break and close below the low price. Market came back up, well supported, very strong bearish setup. Very strong bearish setup. So I'm looking for a further extension to the downside. 4-hour chart, you have a huge bullish movement. Market go into consolidation, break of support, one time, two time, retest, break the high price over here. So it's a weaker bear. Overall, it's still bearish, just a weaker bear. This, for what we know, it can be a fake break. Have to wait for further confirmation. Down to the 1 hour chart, this is what we have. So let me share with you what happened and why is there a fake break. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Bearish shark pattern, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. 93.30, that's the price I'm waiting at. I drew a trend line. I was waiting for a buying opportunity, kind of miss it. Yep, so waiting for second chance entry. 4 hour chart, for those who have engaged the godly pattern that I share in the group, good for you. Targets have been hit. Right now I'm pretty much observing the trend line and stuff like that, forward studying. Yeah, so 1 hour chart, this is what happened. So on the 1 hour chart, I've shorted this along with few of my subscriber. Bearish shark pattern setup, hit the first target profit, and this is a 5-0 setup. Market went up, haven't hit the final target profit level, thank God, because I'm on the shorting trades. Still a few more pips shy to hit my target profit, so over here is a bit of waiting. So if you want to, what's going to happen, this could be a new sell zone that is born, like just born a new sell zone over here. So any setup over here could potentially bring in another selling opportunity for you to even short lower. But I would say that it's not so much for me because the final target profit is not too far away from it. So I don't quite looking into a further selling opportunity. Let's see. Yeah. So on the Australia Canada, final take profit price 89.83. Come on, it's just about like 16 pips away. Really, not that interested to extend downwards. Over here on the 15-minute chart, unless I do have a very good reason to engage it. To me, it's a bit no point for me, because the reward is the risk won't be very healthy for the setup, and that's the main reason. But of course, for those who kind of don't mind having just one more wins and stuff, I'm not saying that guarantee it will happen, but it's within a sell zone on the 1 hour chart, and if that's for you, feel free to do so. To the next pair, dollar CAD. Something that my co-trainer Wu Hui has really engaged. I'm still waiting. Daily chart, bearish movement. Right now is market is on a very sideways movement right now, although overall trend is slightly tilted towards the downside. Observe the shadows over here. You can see that it has been quite a choppy movement since June period there, about June-July period. About, you can see all the shadows is choppy-ish. So traders who trade from the high to the low over here can have significant profits within this period. Alright, to the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, there is a retest. I'm waiting for a retest over here. You can see obviously the alerts have not taken off yet. Waiting for a selling opportunity down to the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, it went a bit shy, hitting the target profits level. Let me share with you what we are looking at. Daily chart, godly pattern. So over here is a 4 hour chart sell zone. Usually I don't do this. I don't do a cross time frame analysis and sell zone. And the reason I'm doing this is because it is a significant area. If you look left, there is support and resistance level over here as well. So definitely a higher price for selling opportunity for godly is 1.3449 for now. Down to the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, this is the bad pattern. I've missed it one time. Market came down, went back up. Right now it's within the PRZ area, and it came down again. So what was I waiting for? I was waiting for a retest of the high over here. Send an alert. That's pretty much how I trade. So it does give me a better reward is the risk. Yes, at times I do miss trades because of that, but I also have times that I engaged earlier. Don't get me wrong, this is valid earlier, and it hit the stop loss, having not so good reward is the risk. So after weighing the difference and my preference, I do see that in this structure, for me to really participate, it has to come back and retest 1.3325. If not for me. Alright, down to the 1 hour chart. This was the PRZ. This is what we call PRZ, potential reversal zone, on a much smaller time frame. That's why it looked like longer. Alright, so on the 1 hour chart, pretty much nothing for myself. You might wait for a bullish harmonic pattern. It could be a bad pattern completion and much lower price, which is pretty good. Since we are here, why not we just plot it? So a gentle reminder, harmonic pattern is about 19 rules for it to reach all the rules and stuff like that. So of course, sometimes not all rules is valid, but minimum you need about 12. So right now I'm using a very extreme shortcut, so I'm using only two of it, and of course there are other hidden rules that I can just see with my eyes without drawing it out. Don't try to do this yourself just by using 2 or 3 points, because you are not sure of other futures. Dollar CAD Canada has appeared across the board that is quite sideways movement, which in fact is good for bad pattern or even other harmonic patterns, especially like godly and stuff like that. And of course, with a bit of expansion, you might need sharp patterns, stuff like that. Yeah, so this is a setup. I'm definitely waiting for a buying opportunity. Let's see how it goes. So for dollar CAD is a bit easier. Whichever the setup happens, for harmonic pattern setup, most likely I'll take it because it already presents is a pretty sideways setups. Alright, so right now we are on dollar CAD already. If I still don't receive any questions by the end of CAD Yen, then after I'm done with my analysis, we'll call it a day. Canada Yen on the daily chart, bearish movement, market break and close above the high. 1 time, 2 time, it turned bullish. Overall look still quite sideways ish movement, but over here it has already shown. Let me just retract that. You see, high to low, high to low, new low created. So this should be the price that I'm looking at. Market went up, never touched this price, came down, went up, break and close above the high. So I will need another break and close above 83.854 before it can be a bullish movement. Overall, looking at this structure, it is sideways right now. Down to the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, very bearish movement over here. Alright, break of support 1 time, 2 time, bearish. So over here at about 82.55 or rather 82.53 is a tip of the price for a sell zone. To the 1 hour chart, this is what I have. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis on the daily chart, I have a butterfly pattern completing a much higher price, 84.55 for a selling opportunity, and of course another selling opportunity coming in at 86.15. Alright, apart from that, nothing much. If you have spotted a bullish bad pattern, good for you. There's a bullish bad pattern hidden within the butterfly. If you have not spotted it, hope that helps. On the 4 hour chart is a consortium of setups and patterns, and bearish shark over here, bullish shark, waiting for a lower level, bullish bad pattern, completing at 80.25, still take some time. So the earliest pattern I can see over here is the crab pattern that completes somewhere about 81. Alright, it completes about 81. So still have a lot of observation, nothing much at the moment. Down to the 1 hour chart, nothing much for me. If you have took this trade on the bad pattern, good on you. Quite a great profits movement. If not, it's fine. To the last pair, the official last pair, Pound Australia on the daily chart. Over here is quite a concern. Market went up, no doubt it double top, RSI divergence over here, lose a bit of momentums, but it's kind of worrying for counter trend traders if you are looking into this. But definitely a great reward is the risk at this point. The only concern is the election. It has to really go south for it to dive all the way down. If not, a break of structure over here. Down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, this is what I see. The test of the high. Went to consolidation. To the 1 hour. Back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. So over here, nothing much. It's mainly this crab pattern, deep crab pattern, retest type 2, having this double bottom, double top. Market have not hit the first target yet, so it seems like a pretty good setup. The only concern is the candle over here that got me very uncomfortable. To the 4-hour chart, this is a setup I'm looking at, which is the shark pattern. Alright, a retest of the shark pattern that happens over here, a previous uptrend with a shark pattern going into consolidation. So it's definitely one of the opportunity for me to engage a selling opportunity. So I'm waiting for a retest of the high, using shark as a way to engage the trade and stretch one of the target. 1 hour chart, nothing much for me apart from a consolidation. So not very keen to engage this trade somehow. Waiting for a more perfect entry price. To the last pair, just a quick one, dollar sing. Usually it's not the pair that I'm trading, but it's pretty much the same story as Pound Australia, kind of. So I have friends who asked me about Pound Australia movement a couple of times, about 2 to 3 times in different occasions, and I share my analysis for much longer term for business related decision. And I find that the analysis was spot on. It's like crazy accurate. So recently I have came to know even more entrepreneurs in Singapore that need to use USD. So what happened, they'll often ask me, hey, when is a good time to change from US to Sing to US and stuff like that. And I realized that I pretty much spot on this as well. So I started to ask myself, why not I benefit from it as well? So in Singapore, we have this e-wallet system known as the debit card system known as the U-Trip. So what we can do is we can save it, we can change load Sing dollar and change it to US dollar. And from there, we can change it back. So I was trying that out. It is moving well. It has not reached my final target profit level, so I'm not changing it back, because my thoughts is, in any way I'm going to spend 1,000 Sing at least within a year, right? You know, if you can only spend 1,000 Sing a year, that's fantastic. It means you are quite a saver. So couple of months for me maybe. Alright, so mainly for overseas users that I use U-Trip here. So on the trading as well, I also engage the trade. I engage a buying opportunity. So let me share with you my analysis of that pattern. So this is the single currency that I only traded only on the daily time frame, only on bad pattern. Reason being is because all the analysis I shared with my entrepreneurs friends is all set up due to the bet. Yeah, and it's all on the daily chart. So I don't want to rock the boat because I really have like so many pairs. 12, 3 time frame, 12 times 3 is 36. I got about 16 strategies to go and do your math. So these are the opportunities that I can have. So if by adding one more currency pair, it really bring in a lot of other trading opportunity, which I may not want, because I don't want to engage like 10 trades at the same time. Neither do I want to cherry pick the trades that I want to engage. What if those who are profitable end up I didn't pick them and stuff like that, you know? All your losing trades was looking very profitable at that time before engage the trade, correct? You won't be like, oh, I win so much, let me try to lose some back. You know, no one of the right mind would do that. Yeah. So I already engaged this trade, waiting for it to hit the first target profit level, 1.3703. That's when I will partial exit. In fact, I will not shift my stop loss. Reason being, I have already shifted my stop loss to entry price. After this is because of this magic candle over here, and I'm observing using this what we call a profit trend line, which is one of our filters as well. We'll see if there's any other opportunity to engage more trades, but dollar Sing being dollar Sing, I'm not so keen to really go and do a stack trade strategies, meaning to say that look for next opportunity to engage and buy again, because it moves really slow. And as a trader, currency pairs that take really slow to move and to hit target profits, it does affect on the number of trades you can take. It does affect on how many trades you can hold. So I won't want to hold it for a trade that give me only about 100 to 200 pips of profits for months. I'm not interested. So yeah, you hear me right. Yep. So this trade can go up to like 100 over pips profit after he hit his final take profit level. But it will take quite some time. It might be even 2 more weeks for you to hit the final target profit level. So not getting myself involved in more position in this. I'm looking in other trades, in fact the more volatile pairs. So that's all I have for you today. So if you are looking to equip yourself with these skills, and right now is the traveling season, our next workshop is on 14th of December, Saturday. It's a Saturday, 2 to 5 p.m. Yes, you hear me right. It's our first ever weekend workshop. Alright, so hop on, go into the registration link, go to our website. I'll share with you the link and I'll update the event page shortly. We are using the same link, and we'll update from there and stuff like that. Yep. So just go to our website, and you will see it very soon later. Alright. So if you are looking to just join us on the Trade Ideas, the registration link on the Trade Ideas package over here, alright, is already up. Yep. So let me just share with you this link. Moments time, I'll just update the information. Alright. And thank you guys. Registration link at the bottom, 14th of December. I'll see you 2 to 5 p.m. Till then, remember always plan your trade and your plan, and I'll see you soon in the next workshop. See you.